I was only doing 15 miles an hour maybe, and I was kind of wiggling around a little bit coming up the hill. I gave it a little gas to straighten out, and it didn't. It turned sharp into a tree, and I went over the handlebars and hit the tree with the top of my head. I remember the helicopter landing, and I remember as they strapped me to the board, I remember thinking they had to be all screwed up because it felt like my arms were underneath of me. And I looked down and I could see my arms were at my side, and I knew I was in bad shape. Something was bad. I was in ICU for 18 days, but I was intubated for 8. I couldn't talk to anybody, or there was no real communication other than blinking when I was awake. Yeah, it was scary. My wife would probably be my greatest gift, I'd say. She kept it all together. I mean, her world collapsed too. My daughter turned 2, she turned 2 3 days before the accident. So she was still real tiny. She doesn't remember me carrying her around on my shoulders, and she doesn't remember fully functioning dad. My son, on the other hand, he did. He's been a trooper. I think it's helped shape him as an individual. Both of them. They're a little bit more compassionate, I think, because of it. I was really lost for months, probably a year or longer, where I had no clue what my place in the world was. I started to realize that your days are what you make it. It was easier to put the blame on everything else, when really the reality is, if you're happy, it's a decision. If you're mad, it's a decision. I grew up fishing and learned to surf, and so the water's always kind of been my sanctuary. It's where I find peace. So I'm inspired by the water and pretty much everything in it. It took a long time, and finally I decided, you know what, I'm going to go to school. I'm going to get an education, try and retrain myself. Well, you got electives you got to fill. So why not take a watercolor class, right? Watercolor, hey, it's cheap. I don't have to buy a whole bunch of paint. Yeah, that's one of the most difficult styles of painting you can do. I didn't find that out till after I signed up for the course. And mind you, I was right-handed, now I'm left-handed. So I'm taking this course left-handed, still steering around my wheelchair. And I made incredible progress during that class. You bare your soul to the world when you show them what you've done, and if they all scoff at it or, oh, that's cute. You can tell when people like what you've done or when they don't. And fortunately, I've been really lucky that everybody seems to like what I'm doing. But it took a while, a long time. It's not some piece of work that some Chinese factory's punched out. They see me and they see the effort that goes into it. I think they find more value in it. Find it more impressive. I'm in pain all day long, every day. It never goes away. And it's pretty significant. And if I took all the medications they would tell me to take, I would be a zombie and not see the world. So I don't. So do I get up angry that I hurt? No. I get out of bed happy, because I can.